Kenny McKinney. About to do some canning of tomato juice using last year's and this year's. Hopefully it works out. This is how I roll. All the jars washed and clean. Seals. Investigate. Make sure there's no dings here where it pushes down on the seals. Make sure these are all good. So I got them. I'll go ahead and layer them in here like that. Makes it easier to pick up with the magnet. Right here. You turn the light on here. There you go, magnet. Jars. Sterilize. 225 for 10 minutes. And you keep them in the oven until you're ready. Pan is ready for tomatoes to be added. These are all the tomatoes. I have some in the garden. Way out yonder ways. Got the deal for picking them up. I like to go ahead and have everything set up. This is the Juice Master. Primer. Really should have this turned upside down until I'm ready for it. Got two. So, once everything's clean, put here, pots and pans. I'm going to sit down and dice up the tomatoes and cut the cores and throw them in this bucket. That way I can get rid of them and won't cause a bunch of gnats around here later. And then those will go into here to be pretty much blanched, hot enough to be able to go through the juicer. Once you go through the juicer into the container, we'll take that container and pour it into this container and boil it for 15-20 minutes at a slow boil, not a raging boil, stirring it. Once it's done, maybe have another batch already ready to go in the other container. We'll take this and start taking a cup or something and swooping it up and pouring it through here with a teaspoon of salt. Which I keep this one with the canning gear ready to go. And then pour it all the way up, leaving about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch of headroom for airspace for when it swells, I guess. But these will be coming to a light boil to make the seal soft, so that when you put them on the jar, and I know this is a wide mouth, not a small mouth. I got small mouth in the oven. And then we'll take and grab a rim, small mouth rim. If you get any juice or anything on the lid, you need to get that off of there. Take the magnet, grab your lid, or seal, set it on top, grab the rim, thread it down, and then give it just not tighten it down too much, just snug, actually. A lot of people later will remove the rim, the threaded part, and just allow the seal to hold it, because if it does bust that seal, it's because something went wrong. You had mold, mildew, and then it will bust that seal, and you'll know it, rather than busting the jar and the jar goes splashing everywhere. Anyway, long story short, I like to have everything clean, set aside, ready to go. All the jars are ready to sterilize. I'm doing that now. Cut all the tomatoes up, put them in here, blanch them, run them through the juicer. Once they're through the juicer, pour the juice into the other pan, like there, and let it boil 15-20 minutes, and then put those in the jar with the salt. Make sure and put the seals on it, put the lid on it. Then I turn them upside down over by the counter and let those seal. A lot of people leave them standing up and listen for them to tink, tink, tink. Well, I turn them upside down. I don't think maybe the extra weight might help make the seal better. Anyway, I don't think I missed anything. It's really cut and dry. You just got a bit of preparation to do, and then once you get going, try and keep it clean. Daniel McKinney. Bye-bye.